What's going on, guys? Doing a year-end game room tour. I usually do one of these once a year, so I figured I'd go ahead and go over the entire game room, how things have changed here. You can see already things are much different in this game room. Every year they change up. The hobby's always evolving, but regardless, I'm here to just do a quick video on how all this is going. Alright guys, so we're gonna go ahead and cover this wall here. So I still have a lot of the same signage up top there with the figurines and Hot Wheels for Mario and Street Fighter that I've collected over the years. Now, I did swap out that sign there, so now I have a Luigi's Mansion there. I used to have like the generic Nintendo and Mario, and I swapped out the Super Street Fighter 3D edition sign there. Those were both from GameStop, but I managed to get those. But nothing else really has changed. I do have this little sign out here that just sticks on the wall, and it's kind of like online Nintendo, but I really like it because it has a lot of the original artwork for Nintendo and Super Nintendo, so it's really cool there. And then, of course, my Nintendo Switch kiosk from Target. So I've swapped it out to a different sign there. It has like the 3D All-Stars and all that there. So all the different Mario editions that have come out for the Switch. And then I've cleaned that up there a little bit. And I've stuck a Amiibo kiosk now at the top of this thing for now. Some of it might look good, some of it might not. But for now, that's the only place I can stick it up there for because of the way of the mounts that I have designed for it. And I don't want to drill any holes on the wall. So this allows me to just stick it on a gondola and then attach it, remove it whenever I want. And it's, you know, I get a ladder and I get up there and I can do whatever I want with it. But at least for display purposes now, that looks good. And then as far as the Nintendo Switch kiosk here is concerned, you know, it's all complete still. I have everything on it. I have the display case on it. And then, funny story, that GameCube kiosk I picked up at a junkyard because I work on cars every now and then to fix my car or my dad's or family, stuff like that. I grew up, you know, kind of being a little bit of a handyman there. And that came out of a junkyard in a car, and I paid like $2 or $3 at the junkyard for it. Not knowing if it worked, it was just a box, no controllers, no nothing with it. But it works, and so I went ahead and put a broadband adapter, and I stuck a GB player on it. And so I'm thinking of modding that down the road. But all of my console down here, it's pretty much what it's going to be my modded stuff so that I want. So if I can play any game for any console, I can just hook it up and play it. That's pretty much going to be my go-to there for the most part. And then for the Target variant kiosk, I stuck a Bose Solo soundbar. I think it's Bose Solo Series 2 soundbar up there. So this thing, you know, gets loud and it's really nice, and it kind of ties everything up real nice there for me. But that is the wall. I mean, it's in really great shape. Everything looks really good. And then as you get in the door, I still have my Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time standee here with Link kind of standing guard by the door, making sure nobody, you know, runs away from here. Like anybody's gonna run away, everybody's gonna want to stay in here, right? But regardless, he's standing guard in the door there. And so that's pretty cool. But let's go on over to a different part of the room. All right, so now we're going to the Hastings wall here. And I still have my Play Choice 10. It's still sitting there, works perfectly, no issues with that. That's working. I just have it off for now because I'm not really using it, but it turns on, nothing's wrong with it. And then I've picked up a second blue Nintendo Neon. So as you can see there, there's one up there. And I've picked up a red Nintendo Neon. So interesting story on the red. A guy local in my area had it for many years, bought it from a store many years ago, and he bought that, and he bought the GameCube mat, which I'll show you here shortly. And so I've managed to get those for a good deal, and so now I've added them to the collection. So I've had many more neons now, which is really cool. But I have now the red and the blue variant, which is nice. I still have my World of Nintendo Super Bright that I got earlier this year, which has been a great addition to the collection because I love the signage. And then I started all over my Pokemon card collection, so I've kind of gone over here and started collecting new things here and there. I went to Disney World earlier this year, and I picked up the little bottle cans from the Star Wars area and stuff like that. And then I've been buying up some of the cooler things that I like from the modern set, so I have those sealed away. Maybe I'll open some down the road, but I like to keep things sealed now for now. And then I have some of my soundtracks, some Club Nintendo stuff, a very small selection of my PlayStation stuff, PS2 stuff, what I liked from the PS2 era and PlayStation era. I have a few more games behind that, but I'm using those little holders that I got. And then, if you guys can see there, I have these advertisement strips now that go over. These are from Walmart, but I've managed to secure a few of these online, and so I've kind of put different artworks there. I'm a big fan of the Horizon games. I love the Horizon games. They're really fun to play. More of my stuff down there, and then I've actually got Nintendo mats now to fill in down there, some more signage that you can see on the sides, you know, kind of make it look kind of very Nintendo themed. And then I'm, you know, my Super Mario Bros. 35th anniversary that's been there for forever. And then I picked up this online little blade that was at Walmart. I picked it up online for a really good deal, brand new in the box. And so I kind of put my signage on there and put some of these different code cards there for buying the games digitally, which I think is pretty cool. Kind of adds a little extra touch to it. But you see those in Walmart, which are pretty cool. Picked up a brand new God of War. Big fan of God of War 2. At least I played the PlayStation. I played God of War 1 and 2. But God of War 2018 and then Ragnarok have been a blast to play. So I managed to find that sealed at one of the conventions earlier this year. So I have that now. And then you guys can see at the top, I still have all of my amiibos up there. I still have my TV here. Now the TV, I had a TV here that I removed. And I ended up just putting that TV and connecting it directly to the Bose system here. And so if I turn this on here, or if I change it to line in, let me see if I can change it to line in. Oh, I gotta turn it on first. So there it goes. It's connected to the audio, so that's pretty cool. That way, if you want to hear the audio of the TV, you just push the button down there and you get access to the audio. I still have this accessory cabinet, which is really great. I've kind of put most of my Switch stuff in there, my controllers in there. For a while, these Hyrule Edition controllers were pretty easy to find, but now they're getting harder. Now they're getting more expensive, go up in value. So if you got one early, I got like 2 or 3 of them, so they're starting to go up in value. I still have all of my my Nintendo Power magazines and some of my Nintendo store not magazines, binders too here, stored away. I still have my Super Mario Lego sign here, leaf blade. So there's a little box down here that turns on, which I think is really cool. Does a little video. That's a little motion sensor there, so when you wave, it turns on. But that's pretty cool there. And then I've collected a few cover plates for the 3DS, the new Nintendo 3DS, which if you did not get those when they were pretty available, pretty much all of them have gotten very expensive to buy and have become very collectible now in today's market. A lot of these going for $60, $70, $100 or more. Here's when I went to Japan back in 2016. Here's when I bought one. I think I bought this at Yodobashi store, and I still kept the sticker on it. That's how much I paid for it back in 2016 in Yodobashi. With the currency exchange, it ended up being a little bit under like $16 or $17 at the time. So you see I have Yoshi, I have Xenoblade. This one I opened one up and then I just put the Charizards in there, but they are from the 30th anniversary ones here in the States. And then I also have, of course, the Smash Brothers 3DS here, which are really, really nice. They fit really well with the white 3DS, which are really good. And then a lot of my really nice Pokemon special editions that I've been able to get, I just kind of put them in there. Or I have my custom made Game Boy Advance, this Charizard. And then I also am really big audiophile, so I like both noise canceling headphones a lot. So I have managed to acquire quite a few of them, as you see here. So I got the Quiet Comforts and the NC700s, and I got them both in black and silver. So anybody wants to listen to some music or something, you can just chill. And then I got some speakers here, some Bluetooth speakers to hook up anything on the fly. if we want to have some extra sound. So that's really good. And of course, I still got my two, I think my Grail pinball machines, for at least for me. I still got my Super Mario Brothers and my Street Fighter 2. And these have been amazing. I've loved these a lot. My kid loves to play them. I love to play them. I mean, like, I did a full rebuild on this one this year, which was quite a journey. And it's turned out to be really beautiful of a game. Plays really well. And just a heads up, you know, it's ending the year now, but if you're in Texas, these will be at the Texas Pinball Festival next year in March. So expect to see them there and people to play them and enjoy them on free play for the event. So that'll be fun to do, and maybe I'll partner up with somebody and get sponsored to have them there, because I'm planning to take these two pinball machines, and I want to take this there too. It's going to be running a different build, but on free play, so people can play a little bit of arcades like Street Fighter on these, and then they can play Street Fighter on here to just see the evolution of how far games have gone. So I really enjoy doing that. Uh-oh, you hit the button. Let me go ahead and turn it off, or else it's gonna be too loud. My boy's running around hitting buttons. But I guess I'll talk about this guy right here. So this is an official Pokemon Championships North America sign that I've acquired. It's pretty crazy how I got this. You know, it was local. But regardless, it's a sign that was at I don't know if it was at the championships or not, but it's an official sign from those championships as far as that I can tell. I've gone online and seen all over the place for them, and apparently these were usually stuck on in front of like tables. Usually it was like close to the casting tables or something like that. They're usually stuck because there's Velcro on the back of it, so I would think they would just stick them on a table. And, you know, just to kind of advertise the event. So, but I'm glad I got one of these. I mean, it's just in amazing shape, and it lights up and everything. So it's really cool. So I'm really glad to have this added to the collection. And since I'm a big Pokemon fan, you know, might as well have that added on. But let's go on over to more of the gaming room. All right, so let's go ahead and cover this wall, guys. So I've took a lot of amiibos in my accessory cabinet now. I still have my Skyward Sword stuff. You see, as I was saying, I have two Nintendo Blue Neons now. So I have that one there, and I have that one over there. And then I have an extra 360 sign hiding in the back behind my Thunder Jaw and my Tremor Tusk up there. And I picked up a Horizon standee there earlier this year. But that's still in really good shape there. I got everything, kind of all of my storage stuff. I do play PS4 every now and then on this thing, especially I've been playing a lot of God of War recently. I haven't even been able to finish the game. I've been so busy with the holidays, but it's a great game to play whenever you get a chance. And of course, my Nintendo 64 cabinet, which I've added LEDs to everything and lit up really nice, and put a lot of my handhelds and a lot of my collection in it for sure, and a lot of little figurines and stuff that I've collected over the years. So that's my Nintendo 64 cabinet, which is really great. And I stuck some of my Horizon stuff up there because it's pretty cool. My Thunder Jaw, I got it at a really good deal, and I didn't realize just how expensive they were to find. Now, I don't have the box for it, but at least I have the Thunder Jaw. And my Horizon Forbidden West standee from Walmart, that's really cool there. The little 3D effect. And then my Tremor Tusk from the special edition that they released when Horizon came out. And then also my crazy trip to Cincinnati when I got the Walmart display cabinets. And so I got some Pikachu and Eevee sleeping up there together, just, you know, taking a nap. And I got the TV over there showing some history of Super Mario World. So that's really cool, guys. And this is packed to the brim. I've been buying a lot of games recently. And so I got a lot of Switch games. So all of the different games that I bought. Like I said, I don't keep a lot of fluffware or games that I don't ever play. I only buy what I play, so anything that's in here, I've either played it at one point or plan to play it, you know? I don't want to have so many games that I'm never going to touch. I have enough time as it is to just barely play some of the modern games, so it's like I have a back catalog that I got to catch up on at some point. But you guys can see there, I've really decked this out as best I can. I I've added a lot of signage and a lot of, you know, leaf blade advertisements to kind of make it look legit. So it's really worked out. This whole wall is just display cabinets pretty much. So the game room's changed a lot, and I've gone more the display cabinet route as opposed to having all the kiosks. Don't get me wrong, I still have my kiosks. They're all in the garage, and I'll cover that in a separate video. But I like displaying what, you know, what can be played a lot more now. But let's go ahead and go over to the last part of the game room. All right, guys, so here's the ending of the game room tour. So we're down to the final wall here, which is probably the craziest wall. So I managed to acquire a World of Nintendo sign, fiber optic to be exact. It's in great shape here, and it lights up really nice. I mean, it's amazing that I was able to find one. I'm kind of shocked that I was able to find one. But we worked out a deal on it with the individual, and I'm happy he's happy with it. It's a double-sided sign, and it's in really clean condition. Like, oh gosh, that's super clean condition. Like, I'm really glad to have it. There's nothing wrong with it. You can see here on the other side, it lights up really cool as well. So if I ever want to display both sides, it's going to be amazing. But I have to find a way to do that later on down the road. So you guys, it's possible to still get one, even though they're very difficult to find, but it's still possible. Now, I do have my Switch Lite kiosk that I picked up earlier this year. It is fully complete. It even has the demo units in there. So let me go ahead and lift it up here. Let me see. Yeah, you guys can see down there the demo units are there playing. They're Velcroed in there. And then I also have my 3DS kiosk fully complete down there. So that's really cool to have. And then I lit up one of my GameStop display cabinets earlier this year, so you guys can see that. Now that sign down there isn't an official Nintendo sign. Those came out of the Nintendo Switch kiosks. There's a guy on eBay selling a bunch of them for like 20-30 bucks, and a bunch of people bought a ton of them. I don't know how many he had, but I saw a lot of people buy them up. So it's good to have those because they're official signage. And I've got some of the watches from Zelda and Star Fox there from back in the day, which are pretty cool. You can play on them. They're working and everything. And so a lot of my handhelds are just sitting here, and a lot of my Pokemon, like I said, I've restarted my Pokemon card collections. There's a bunch more modern stuff, but when I go to these conventions and stuff, people aren't really paying attention because I was surprised, but you can get really good deals at some of these conventions buying Pokemon cards from people. And they'll, like, you know, you can barter for a good deal a lot of times. And so a lot of these cards I got really good deals on at these conventions recently. And I get multiples of them, but these are the cards that I grew up liking, you know what I mean? So that's what I collect. Some of the boosters from earlier stuff, some of the amiibo cards. I do collect a little bit of Yu-Gi-Oh! So I got some of the Ghosts from the Past stuff, so that's pretty cool. And then finally, to end the video, I gotta talk about it again because I love this thing so much. I've gotten rid of the other one, like I said, so I only have this one now. But, I mean, it's a great cabinet. This is great to play. My son's there playing on it. He likes to play on it, even though he's still learning. But, you know, he likes touching the buttons and playing them and figuring things out. He's just jumping around there. But, you know, I got the PC build in it. It's all cleaned up. So it got to be moved into the actual game room, just because it's one of those things that I don't want to play in the garage because the garage can get hot or cold sometimes, even though it's insulated. And plus, if I want to work on this thing some more, having it inside the house just makes it easier for me. You know, I've done most of the work already, but this thing is super clean, super not as loud as it was before, quiet, cleaned up, really nice. I love this cabinet a lot. I hope to find more of these cabinets down the road just because of just how versatile it is. You can do a lot of things with these things for modern gaming. But that's it, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Share the video if you guys want to share it to random people or your friends, stuff like that. You know, try to support the channel here and there. I never ask for support, but, you know, any support is welcome. You know, I do this just for the hobby, for the fun of it. I love showing off the things that you can find out in the wild and what people can look for. But I hope you guys enjoy the video, and you guys have a good one.